Coming at you today with some guilt and individuation. That process that sees us stepping away from everything that we've ever known and everything that's defined us, and sees us delving deep into who we actually are and what our true purpose is on earth from a spiritual perspective. And trust me, not everybody goes through the process of individuation. I remember talking to my analyst about it, and he said, no, not everybody will do it. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. So as we've discussed before, in regards to self-actualization, sometimes you just stop at sort of the psychological level where you have your family, your job, your security, all that sort of thing. And that's great. That's a happy place to be. But there are some people that truly need to step out of the confines of what is expected of them and repeating the cycle of human existence and finding their own unique power and brilliance. Still not really sure what mine is. It's a lifelong journey, let's just put it that way. But I wanted to touch on guilt because I think it's a really tough thing we go through when we individuate, because everything that we held near and dear, the house, the car, the family, baking nice cookies, I don't know, I do it too. Suddenly those things maybe aren't as important, and we step away. And our family and friends are like, what are you doing? What's going on? It's confusing. So here's a great quote from Jung. It's short and sweet. Without guilt, unfortunately, there can be no psychic maturation and no widening of the spiritual horizon. So I think what he's trying to say is that guilt makes the process hard, but anything that's worth doing is bound to be difficult and is going to require in-depth self-exploration. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So if you're feeling guilt as you try to figure out who you are, your ego's coming up against you saying, why are you trying to change? And tests you and tries to make you hold on to these things that were important in your younger years. Give yourself a break. Go within, figure out who are you and what really matters to you. When I was in my 20s, I tried to be quite traditional relationship-wise. I considered settling down when I was around 23 with a really great person. But I knew that that wasn't who I wanted to be. I didn't want to have the house and the picket fence and kids at that time. There was nothing wrong with that. It just didn't sit with me, no matter how much I tried to make it work. And I did end up disconnecting from a lot of friends and family for a period of time, and was in a rather unorthodox relationship. And it was really hard. I definitely felt tons of guilt, and subsequently felt a lot of anxiety and depression. I had panic attacks quite frequently. It wasn't until around the age of 26 when I started doing analysis, thanks to my sister Kelly, who recommended this analyst to me after I was having a really hard time with shadow projection and all that sort of thing. Changed my life, and indeed saved my life. So individuation can start younger than midlife. It certainly did for me. That doesn't mean I'm any further ahead than anyone else who starts, say in their 40s or 50s. It's a process, and it can be a long journey. It just depends on how much you put into it. We will definitely talk more about this subject at another time. I just wanted to quickly touch base on it, wondering if you've had any experiences with guilt as far as individuation is concerned, or just, guilt in general. Maybe you've got some good old Catholic guilt, as they say. I know my buddy from here, he always talks about having Catholic guilt. So it's an interesting thing to chat to him about. Love and support to you on this journey, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya.